Hi boys and girls, I am on the island of Caye Caulker in Belize. It's a small island, so from where I'm standing up here, I can see all the way around the whole island. This book is called Caye Boy, Barefoot Adventures of an Island Child by Jessica Retseck Wigh, illustrated by Andrew Young. Now, you might think of the word key meaning like a key that you start your car or open your house with, but this one is spelled differently, and it also means a small island. So these are the adventures of a boy who lives on a small island. Caye Boy. I'm Gilford. I live in a little blue house on a little island in the middle of a great big sea. My house sits high up on stilts to catch a breeze. It has a big porch with hammocks and lots of space to play and chase my little brother around. My island is a little swoop of sand with fish and boats all around it. It's full of bright houses and pretty flowers and about 100 coconut trees. I can walk and walk and walk and always end up right back at my little blue house. That's a pretty small island. As soon as the sun wakes up, Alvis and I run into Mama and Papa's room. "The sun is up! We're awake!" we shout. Mama says we are worse than a couple of roosters. Then Alvis and I romp and stomp around the porch until Mama finally says we can go outside. "Try not to wake up the whole island," calls Mama, "and stay in the yard." A yard means not in the middle of the street. So we stay in our yard until we get to the beach, which isn't our yard, but it's not the middle of the street either, so it still counts. We are good listeners. Now that's a little bit different than where we live, because they live on a little island. It doesn't have a lot of busy streets, so they just have to stay out of the street. But we have to have different rules and not go away from where our parents live. But these boys on the island live on a small little island. They can just kind of roam around. We have about 100 hermit crab races, which takes forever because hermit crabs are not straight walkers. I couldn't find my best hermit crab today. His name is Hermes. He is the fastest crab on my island. He wears a white plastic lid instead of a shell. Mama says that is unusual. Alvis finds 2 empty bottles. He's a good finder. So we wait and wait and wait until Miss Juanita finally opens up the store. We trade the bottles for 2 shillings and we are rich. Then we trade our shillings for 2 bags of chips, and that's even better. Alvis and I race to catch up with our friend Dario on his way to school. His pa always gives us a mango from his mango cart. Mama says we have to eat lots of good for us food to grow into big boys. So we tell her about the mangoes from the fruit cart, but not about the chips. We like to help out at our cousin's snorkel shop. Alvis shows everyone how to put on flippers. Tourists smell like sunscreen and always ask us about 100 questions. I help Big George carry the long pole for his manatee tour because it's so heavy. I am a good helper. I tell the tourists about all the fish they will see. My best fish is the spotted drum and the angelfish and the queen triggerfish and about 100 more kinds. Snorkeling is the very best thing in the world. We see Pa's boat come in, so we ride to the dock to see what he caught. Pa used to be a Caye boy like me, but then he grew big and now he is a fisherman. Pa gives us some fish scraps to feed to the frigate birds. They swoop down and don't quite touch us, but almost. After lunch, I have to be quiet as a gecko because all the babies and big people take naps. The sun is hot, hot, hot. so I keep under houses mostly. I practice crawling under Mr. Rodolfo's hammock without making a peep. Pick up some cocoa plums. See how close I can get to an iguana. Lay under our water vat and spy on the chickens. Since Mama isn't around to tell me to come down right now, I climb the breadfruit tree. It is my best tree. I can see my whole island from the top of that tree. Finally, after 100 years, everyone wakes up from their naps. I can whoop around and make as much noise as I want. All the big kids come home from school, so we race and chase each other until we are so tired we crash down and make sand angels. Then comes the best time of day, lobstering time. Pa swims around and uses a big hook to scoop up the lobsters. That's the easy part. I have to make sure they don't scramble out of the bag, which everyone knows is the hard part. I am a good lobster man. There's the lobsters underwater. They're looking at him from up top. While Pa cleans the lobster, I go get an orange juice with Mama and Alvis. We wait at Horseye Jack's. That's where everyone on the island goes to drink juice and laugh and swim. The tourists always take hundreds of pictures of the sun going down into the sea. The sun gets bigger and bigger and lower, and then it goes away and it is nighttime. Pa rides us back to my little blue house. Mama and Alvis are cuddling in one of the hammocks, so Pa and I climb into the other one. My island is cool and dark and quiet. The sun is down, I say. It is tired. Yes, the sun is sleeping, says Pa. When will the sun wake up, I ask. When you wake up, says Pa. The end. All right, so that was the story called Caye Boy, Barefoot Adventures of an Island Child. I hope you liked that story about those boys that lived on the island, and I hope that you enjoy these pictures of beautiful Belize. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this one.